Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here. In today's video, we're going over the price of Bitcoin. We're also going to be checking out traditional stocks to see if there's any correlation in the market. So Bitcoin has taken a big dip in the last 24 hours. And honestly, I've been talking about in my previous videos, looking at selling off some. I think I missed the time to do that. I have delayed and delayed and delayed. And in my opinion, it has reached a point where the risk to reward ratio probably isn't where it should be. So it's looking like I am just going to hold out during this period of time and probably through the entire capitulation of Bitcoin that I anticipate to happen sometime probably in July or August. So let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin here. This is a daily chart. The low of today has been 30,400. Bitcoin currently sitting at $30,768. I'm anticipating more room to the downside. It would be really, really scary if we break the low of this particular candle, which is 28,600. If we break this low right here, it is going to get ugly. So Bitcoin still showing absolutely zero strength. The 50 DMA is currently sitting at $34,655. If you're looking to enter a position, I would be watching for this green moving average to cross over the red. So I would anticipate a bullish entry there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 12-hour chart, which also looks absolutely horrendous. We broke the low of this candle at about $31,000, and we saw a pretty steep decline after that. So if you have been watching my videos over the past couple of weeks, you know that I drew the symmetrical triangle in over here. I think it was within the first 5 or 6 days of July, and I was anticipating Bitcoin to break below the symmetrical triangle sometime on like July 10th or 11th. It happened just before that, and you can see here, since I anticipated Bitcoin to break down, I was expecting volatility. I was expecting volatility and more of a probability Bitcoin to break down to the downside because of the 50 DMA and it getting rejected there. So Bitcoin has dropped about 11% since then. Let's go to look at the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin trending downwards. This was very bearish right here as this red 2 started trading below the red 1. Bitcoin showing zero strength, and I haven't looked at the S&P 500, but I'm going to guess it's down, and that's really not going to be helping Bitcoin's case at all. So we might see a tiny bit of strength here on the hourly chart. The high of this one is 30,844. The high of this candle, 30,806. So if we can see this green 2 trading above the green 1, that might give us some hope. But I still wouldn't want to enter that trade at that point. I would then wait for this green moving average to cross over the red, and then I would think that that would be a potential opportunity to jump in for a very short-term scalp, but I would put a very, very tight stop loss on it. And let's see here, 30 minute is kind of neutral. I wouldn't say it's giving us any clear direction, but none of these time frames are showing any strength, not even the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart is now trending downwards. A few days ago, I said I was talking about selling Ethereum. I should have done it, but I'll tell you right now, this is something that you want to take into consideration. I have been talking about the psychology of market cycle, the Wall Street cheat sheet. I haven't mentioned it lately, but I mentioned it like probably a few months ago in my videos, and I was comparing it to Bitcoin. So I am feeling, honestly, this is what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a ton of complacency. The optimism, the belief, the thrill. I don't know if I quite reached full euphoria, but I definitely, out of all of these emotions, I am feeling a ton of complacency. And you can see it in my videos, right? I'm seeing the charts, I'm seeing what is a most likely scenario, and I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just being complacent. So I'm potentially concerned because I am just feeling a ton of complacency. So this right here is kind of like an adoption curve, but this one particularly is directed towards electric vehicles. But you can kind of see here that the growth is like more slow in the beginning, and I would say that we're somewhere here with Bitcoin, and eventually it's going, the adoption is going to be parabolic. So in my opinion, it's so easy to try to compare Bitcoin's previous bull runs to this one. But because we're so early in the adoption phase, some people are calling for this massive capitulation and then new all-time highs by the end of the year. If Bitcoin acts like it has in the previous bull runs, that's not going to be the case, and we're not going to see new all-time highs in probably 2025, if we're being realistic. So that's the thing here, is that take this into consideration, but also take into consideration the fact that Bitcoin is a new technology, and the adoption is going to affect the price at some point very differently because we're so early. I was also talking about Ethereum, which I was talking about selling in recent videos. I didn't sell any. Okay, the only time I've really sold is the videos I shot 3 weeks ago, and I sold 2 Bitcoin, and I sold off some altcoins as well, but nothing since then. I talked about selling Ethereum at $2,000, and let's see, the price of Ethereum, which Ethereum charts look horrendous. These charts look so bad, you guys. They look horrible. So right about here, I was saying, maybe you should drop Ethereum, and Ethereum has gone down about 10% since then. But it's like, okay, it's great, I'm saying these things, but I'm not actually selling it myself. But hey, if someone took my words into consideration, then they would have gotten out at probably a good time. Especially right here, this moving average has been broken. So Ethereum's going to get really ugly if it goes below the bottom of this candle, 1702. Under 1702 is going to get extremely, extremely ugly. 12-hour chart also looking horrible on Ethereum. 4-hour chart trending downwards, 0 signs of a momentum change. The 1-hour chart also trending downwards. I'm not even going to look at this anymore. Everything's trending downwards. Everything looks absolutely terrible. Everything is down between 3 and 5%. Some of these are down 6%. So this, in my opinion, doesn't change the long-term future of Bitcoin. I'm talking about the present, I'm talking about now, I'm talking about buying opportunities, okay? There will be massive buying opportunities coming up. Are you ready? Do you still believe in Bitcoin? Do you still believe in Ethereum? Do you still believe in these other coins? Massive, massive buying opportunities will be coming up. But if you think the buying opportunity is coming up, you have to ask yourself a question. You have to ask yourself, are we still in a bull run? Or have we reached the bear market? It feels like a bear market, it looks like a bear market. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, is also unpredictable. So you could be buying at these awesome, awesome prices, but you might be holding on for 3 to 4 years waiting for new all-time highs. That is a realistic possibility that you must take into consideration. So, time for traditional markets. Let's go ahead and look at SPY. Oh boy, SPY has, interesting. Okay, let's look at the daily chart on SPY. Okay, so this is really intense. Definitely bearish as this red 2 started trading below the red 1. Now it's trading out of the channel. I would say that, you could have easily thought that the bull run was over in SPY at all of these times when it started trading below this channel. This is a bigger percentage drop compared to the other ones. So this honestly could be the top when it comes to SPY. I think it's a real possibility. The only thing that might turn this around is the government announcing more stimulus, okay? And why do I say that? I say that because we're seeing really intense dips across all markets, okay? Traditional markets are looking rough today. Let's look at electric vehicle related stocks. Tesla's a bit down today, kind of flat or down. Some of these are down 2%. Let's go and look at marijuana stocks. Marijuana stocks are getting absolutely crushed today. So things are just getting crushed across the board. These penny stocks, I pretty much sold the most of those. Those are not doing very well. Most of these tech stocks are down today. We see crypto down today. I don't want to compare this to March of 2020, but let's go back to March of 2020, okay? So we saw this massive decline. What happened here? The government announced a massive, massive stimulus plan, which just shot everything right back up, or shot the S&P and a lot of other markets right back up and continued to the upside. So all it might take is if the stock market starts crashing, then Biden announces new stimulus, and then we're back at it again. So that is going to play a huge role moving forward on where we're at. So like I said, I am totally being complacent right now. I don't know if I'll tell you if I start feeling anxiety or denial or panic. I don't really feel anger when it comes to the markets. I just accept them for what they are because I can't change them, and I believe in the long-term value of what Bitcoin can be and what it is, and the value that it brings to the world. So that is all I have for you today. Go ahead and check out my referral links down below. If you want to get $40 free with Celsius, $10 free with Coinbase, $10 free with Gemini, and I have some other options for you down there as well. So that is all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.